Out of court and off script, former President Trump back to airing a list of grievances. At Trump Tower moments ago, Mr. Trump spent about 45 minutes bashing just about everyone and everything involved in his hush money trial.
The former president also saying this isn't over.
So we're going to be appealing this scam. We're going to be appealing it on many different things. He wouldn't allow us to have witnesses. He wouldn't allow us to talk. He wouldn't allow us to do anything. The judge was a tyrant.
Donald Trump, the presumptive Republican nominee, is a convicted felon, found guilty by a jury of 12 New Yorkers, 7 men, 5 women, all 34 counts of falsifying business records.
And with Election Day rapidly approaching, it remains to be seen how the country truly feels about this historic conviction. Former President Trump and President Biden agreeing on at least one thing: the real referendum will be at the ballot box.
Until then, plenty on Trump's plate, including Sentencing Day this summer. Eyewitness News reporter Lauren Glassberg leading off our coverage this afternoon. She's live outside Trump Tower. Lauren?
Well, Sandra and Mike, there is a frenzied atmosphere here in Midtown outside of Trump Tower. There are pro-Biden supporters. There are pro-Trump supporters. Music is playing. Horns are sounding off. Flags are flying. All of this while Trump was speaking for about 45 minutes inside Trump Tower. Now, this is the first time a president is also a felon, and that adds a whole new dimension to this race.
This is a case where if they can do this to me, they can do this to anyone.
Donald Trump this morning attacked the judge, the district attorney, and President Biden. He did not show an ounce of contrition after being convicted on 34 felony charges by a jury of 12 New Yorkers.
Many voices out there. The only voice that matters is the voice of the jury.
The case was over business documents that were falsified to cover up a sex scandal that could have negatively impacted Trump's presidential chances in 2016. Trump denies ever having sex with the porn actress Stormy Daniels. She testified in detail about the alleged one-night stand from 2006, sharing the story she'd been paid to stay quiet about.
It's a culmination of a lot of the pressure that she's been under the last few years, and there's a lot of emotion.
And then there was Michael Cohen, Trump's former fixer. The defense called him the gloat, the greatest liar of all time. He testified that Trump directed him to make the hush money payments to Daniels. Cohen already served time for charges related to the payments. He spoke on Good Morning America today.
As hard as it is on me, watching my family suffer as a direct result of my actions and the misloyalty that I gave to Donald, it's something that haunts me every day.
Trump could face probation or up to 4 years in prison. His sentencing date is July 11th. The Republican convention starts 4 days later. And Trump is spinning yesterday's verdict to appeal to voters.
We're up 6 points in the Daily Mail poll. Now, maybe other polls come out and says something differently, but a lot of people have predicted it because the public understands, and they understand what's going on. This is a scam. There's a rigged trial.
Trump's conviction now a big part of his platform. That platform much in part about how Democrats are rigging the system against Americans. Since the verdict, Trump says that he has raised $35 million. But what remains to be seen is whether he will win over new voters. Live in Midtown, Lauren Glassberg, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, Lauren, thank you. This is the third time this year that a panel of jurors have held Mr. Trump accountable. Back in January, there was that $83 million judgment for defaming writer E. Jean Carroll. In February, a $450 million civil fraud judgment brought by New York Attorney General Tish James. And then yesterday, the guilty verdicts on all 34 felony counts.
And again, this is an election year. The former president proudly boasting big donations since that guilty verdict. Mr. Trump's campaign says it has already brought in nearly $35 million, and the campaign claims that is nearly double its biggest day on record.